Located in the heart of Miami, Coral Gables is a world-class city with a hometown feel and a graceful blend of world elegance and tropical charm. It was one of the first planned communities in South Florida, and it was developed during the Florida land boom of the 1920s. Today, it's celebrated as an international city with numerous consulates, multinational corporations, and top-ranked University of Miami. Getting to and around the city of Coral Gables shouldn't be a problem. Hop on one of the free vintage trolleys that serve the downtown area on weekdays and connects with the Miami Metro Rail, making it easy to discover the city beautiful. Living in style in Coral Gables is easy. Fine dining, outdoor cafes, chic shopping, and one-of-a-kind retailers, all in a walkable, tree-like downtown district.
I live in Coral Gables currently. I know the market backwards and forwards. Coral Gables is a great market. I call it our Manhattan in Miami. It's very centrally located. It's a very family-oriented. We have the youth center, we have art night. It's a very nice community. I do know the history of a lot of homes in the area. I've probably sold a few of them 3 and 4 times. So we call those houses that keep giving. The Orduna house, 5255 Orduna, the positives on that house, it's all been redone. It does have a great boathouse. It has 4 bedrooms, 4 baths. It used to be a duplex, and they renovated that property and did a very nice job. It has all hurricane-proof windows and it's totally updated. There is still room to do an addition there. It is at the very end of the canal, so that's the location of that is, makes the property a little less expensive because of the location, because it's at the end of the canal. The Gables waterfront is a very exclusive area that people like to live. Here we have a great living room, open floor plan that these people did an addition about 15 years ago. And they added this entire stairs, the entire master upstairs with another little room. They have an open kitchen area. What's great about this house is that it does have an open floor plan, which is really exclusive now. In this particular kitchen, which was renovated 15 years ago, they actually did a bar tap here, and they actually have an espresso machine. This is a great size kitchen. It's more, I would call it a chef's kitchen because it's open and there's lots of spaces to actually use to cut and to do serving on it, which is where they serve over here. I would consider Gables more like Manhattan, where you're right in the city. You're used to be 15 minutes from everything, now you're 20 minutes from everything. Most of the houses were built between the 20s and the 40s, and then there was a big boom in the 50s. So this particular kitchen was very small in this house. This house was built in the 50s, but this was considered a very wealthy family at the time, because most of the people that lived on the waterway were considered wealthy in George Merrick's plan. This is a very large lot in the Gables. It's not standard. Most of the lots in the Gables on the waterway are usually between 10 to 15. This one's 25, which is a very, very large lot in the Gables. And this view, normally you don't get this view. So this is what you're paying for. So if you were looking at the property across the waterway, they don't have the same view that's down the waterway. So this is more of a premium price that you would pay in the Gables for this property. A pool in Miami is common, I would say. Most people do have pools in Miami. It's actually not something that you wouldn't have in Miami. So it's harder to find a house without a pool than it is with a pool. This particular pool, she's more into art. So this particular pool has mosaic tiles, which is very expensive to do. So basically you never have to refinish this pool again. She did, a waterfall pool. She has art over the pool, and she designed this pool. So she actually has a basin there that catches it, that gives you the water feature. In Coral Gables, on this side of US 1, you have boathouses, which are rare, and you only have about 12 to 15 left. You cannot rebuild these. If a hurricane blows them down, and if they fall or they have structural damage or something and you have to tear it down, you cannot rebuild these. They will not allow it anymore. So these are special. They actually add value having a boathouse. This is actually a very wide boathouse, and it's a high boathouse. Some of the boathouses are low. There's been some properties that I've sold on the waterway that have a low boathouse. Also, some properties on the Gables Waterway have cutouts, which is basically with no cover, and they just have this particular part. And that's actually less value than having the boathouse. So when you have the boathouse, you actually get more money for the property.